Hey y'all, I know it's been a minute and it's, I haven't made a video in a while and I've been meaning to, and just, life, COVID, quarantine, depression, anxiety, work. I'm in the healthcare system. So, anyways, so today I'm going to talk about a peace lily. Okay, so talking about COVID and quarantine time, it's been really hard for a lot of us, meaning all of us. So during the whole time, my boyfriend was somebody who, lost his job to, COVID and everything. And I just wanted to get him something to cheer him up and boost his spirits and something to do, because when you're just stuck at home all the time, what are you going to do? And that's why houseplants have been so amazing to us. So they've been our little partners through this trip, and God bless them, along with our pets. So I bought him from actually Lowe's, a great find, a variegated peace lily. So just not any peace lily, but a variegated one, and she is gorgeous. So here she is. Obviously, as you can see, what her white spots everywhere. There is a lot more texture to her leaves, as you see through regular peace lilies. Most peace lilies have that just dark green, which I love. Obviously, I love dark green. But the variegation, not only does it give it its different colors, but it's almost bumpy, scaly, if you will, of its leaves. So this is my boyfriend's peace lily. Amazing. Through the past couple months, he has moved in with me. And so this is my stepchild as well now, because she is gorgeous and I can't get enough of her. He loved her, took really well care of her. She's been doing such a great job in his care. He loves her. I love her. I think I almost love her as much as he loves her. A wonderful plant to have. Easy. So I wanted to, because he's not a crazy plant person like I am, so I wanted to start him out with something easy. So I definitely recommend, if you're getting somebody who's just starting into plants, or even just as a gift, like as I did with this one, I was gifting somebody a plant. A regular peace lily would be best. Variegated, as you know, they're a little bit more challenging. They're a little bit more needy, but since it's just such an easy plant to begin with, and when I say easy, I'm not talking about succulent easy, but for a regular green leaf, large plant, easy care. He's been doing great, kicking ass. I love her. She's amazing. Her name is actually Penelope. He named her. I love it. I love Penelope. So I just think it's a great gift, and even or just buy for yourself. It's not super easy to find a variegated peace lily, but when you do, buy it. It's just, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at these leaves. And these are what I'm showing you right now on the screen is older leaves, like her new leaves, and what let me just take her out of this pot, is growing a new one right here. And you can see just as they first start growing and sprouting out, you can already see how variegated they're going to be. So that's what creates a huge excitement as well too. So you're like, oh, I'm getting a really variegated one. just as like with the Monsteras, where you can already see how many holes they're going to get and you get super stoked about it. Yeah. That's just like a fun. It's like, ooh, like finding the gender of a baby already. Oh, it's the best. So care on the Peace Lily. So I'm going to give you, so I wrote down how Justin has been taking care of her. So she has actually moved from his house to my house within the past 3 months. 3 months ago, she moved here. So I'm going to give you how he was taking care of her, and then how he's still taking care of her, but how she's being taken care of in my home. So in my home, so I measured her earlier. So I have a lot of south-facing light, which is ideal for a majority of houseplants that you want to have around. This is a low light plant, no direct sunlight. Direct sunlight will fry her fragile leaves. You're going to get brown spots right away. I do have some brown tips on the end of this. But who doesn't have a little brown in their life? They're fine. It's just a little tan. She's good. So I measured her earlier. I got 11 feet from a south-facing window. So I have my whole sliding glass window or door, sliding glass door, and that big giant window into my living room. She is all the way in the corner on the other side. I actually have her on a little stool. I bought her a little table stool, very cute, to sit upon so that the couches aren't blocking her view and she can get up a little higher and get more light. So I thought low down on the ground, she wasn't going to get enough light out of where her location was. So you still want a good amount of hours of light on her, but definitely not direct light. Not going to put her under the window. So what I've read best is east and west facing windows, and you can put her a lot closer to the windows. But if you have a south facing window, you're going to want her to put her a lot further back. So she's been doing great. Watering, he's in charge. So I do all my rest of my jungle that I have, and then he takes care. He has 2 plants. So Penelope and Damon, he's a money tree. We just got him kind of recently. He's so cute. He's a big boy. So watering, moist, not wet, but like I said, easy plant. If you forget you're watering, she will let you know. She'll start drooping. She'll start looking a little sad and getting a little bit depressed. And then when you really notice that, it's like, oh snap, I totally forgot to water you this week. Let me pour some water on you. And just tap water, doesn't need anything fancy. She's easy maintenance. She's easy going. Just a fun friend to have over. You can give her a Bud Light. But so he's been watering her. He's been trying to be better about it. So he's doing every 4 to 5 days, and he'll do half a cup of water. And then he doesn't do the butt chug. He just pours straight into it, to make sure that, he does a little round circle into it. If he forgets a little while and lets it get droopy, so it's coming out to 7 to 8 days, then he's doing a full cup. And Justin has it pretty well. He says he's really good on checking the weight. So what he does is he pulls her out of the pot and he feels her weight. So if he's oh, she's a lot lighter, or she's still heavy, because it's the winter time, They're going to hold a lot more moisture longer. And then going off of that, because it's wintertime, I get cold super easily. So I always keep my house at a comfortable temperature because I can't be cold. No. And I know these guys can't either. We're all the same function of warmth. Anyways, so ideal for this plant is 78 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I usually just keep my house at like 68. That's like the most, like what I keep it on 66, like when I'm not at home for a long time, but one of us, because of quarantine, one of us is home most of the time. So it's usually 68. So that is an ideal temperature for her and most of my plants. So it works out great. So that's what she's going to like. No draft. She doesn't want a cold. She doesn't want wind. I have like underneath her, I do have a vent, not directly up above her, but a little off to the side. But I have very high ceilings in the living room. So there's at least a good like 10 feet, actually, like 10 feet. Cause the vent is like right at the peak of the, so she's at least 10 feet away from the vent. So she's been doing fine. One thing is that I'll do every once in a while too, if I see it and he hasn't noticed, she will lean towards the light, even though she doesn't like too much direct light. She doesn't want direct light. She needs light, like every houseplant does, but we'll rotate her. So you'll see her start, and it like, you'll think, oh, is she getting sad? But just notice the location of the window. Is she leaning towards the window? If she is, just rotate her. It's not her getting sad in one direction. It's just her wanting the light. So we rotate her. We have to rotate her every week. She gets crazy and she's like, ah. But so to keep it right now, we keep her pretty even. So, she has a nice shape. It looks nice for our living room decor. Since I'm misting my plants, which I have a lot of plants that I have to mist regularly, every once in a while I'll give her a mist. She is a semi-tropical plant. She's so common in the US, so I don't even want to say it's a tropical plant anymore because you find them anywhere. You're going to find it at the grocery store. Like I said, I got it at Lowe's. But a regular misting, it would be great, ideal for them. So the first few months that he did have her before Justin moved in with me, never missed her. And she was fine. It's okay. So misting, yes, no, doesn't hurt. I'm sure helps, but it's not like I have to do. If you forget, not a problem. If you have other plants that you missed and you don't need to feel like, oh, hey, while I'm at it, does great. She's wonderful. She's beautiful. A great, easy plant, a great gift to give to somebody. If you can find a variegated version, it's just, you hear, a lot about other variegated plants that make it so difficult. But since the peace lily is so easy to begin with, it's a great variegated beginner plant. It gives you that color. It gives you that texture. She's wonderful. So if you want to get into variegation or you just want that look because you love it, start with the peace lily variegated. Wonderful plant. I love her. She is probably one of my favorites, and me and Justin fight about who's its parent all the time because she is amazing, beautiful. So Side note, I know everybody in the comments are always asking about RJ and how he's doing. So I was like, let me bring him in. So I'm not saying I am the best plant lady. I am not. I love plants and I have them and I try to take care of them as best I can. But, being a mom, a working mom and living life and trying to live with what through 2020, we're not all going to get head over heels and deep into what we need to be into. So sometimes things will get neglected. But RJ, I've neglected and he's still doing okay. Alive. He's doing fine. But new growth, he's only gotten like 2 new leaves since he's been in his new pot. He has lost a few. He's still pretty cute. I love him. He works super well on the bookshelf that I have. He is definitely he faces just towards the sun. So in the back of him, this is the back of him. He's just set in his ways of looking one way because I have him in a bookshelf. This is the kind of the newer of his few leaves that he has, but he's still doing great. In case anybody was wondering. So if you do separate your rattlesnake, it will work. And he does well. I'm sure if I gave him a little bit more TLC, he would be thriving and getting more growths, but kind of ignoring him, he's doing well and I'm very happy with him. All right. Thanks, you guys. Bye.